In this episode on YC Test Drive,
this bunch, that bunch needs to go in there.
I eat a corn maze in front of the Ford XLT. The road becomes sticky as we are advised about the heavy rains from last night in the direction we are heading into. On our way back, we pass an infamous place called Ishua. Stick around all the way to the end. Subscribe, comment, like and share.
Hi everyone, Cliff here for YC Test Drive. So, we are busy loading this wood in the trailer going to the village. I'm at the village. We have the Ford Everest XLT that side, which I did not tell you about. But anyway, we are going to the village. We hear that it's going to be raining from here, somewhere there it rained, while we are busy loading up that trailer. I'm not sure in terms of how we will manage really, because we still have to go load some few poles the other side. So we'll see. Yeah, so let's see. We are going with the Amarok is there to bail us out. So I will be driving the XLT in this trip. So let's see how it rained that side, because they say it's really wet. And this load, we have to be very careful.
After loading the trailer with firewood, we head in the southern direction, heading to Ngoma border post. This is the time to test the Everest if it will handle the trailer with this first load. We enter a place called Bukalo. Bukalo is where the chief of my tribe, the Masubia's palace is. And here, Big Show, we discuss about the fishing expedition we want to do in a day after tomorrow. And everyone is excited. We discuss about the excitement of fishing and the pleasure it gives. Here in Bukalo, there is a service station. This place is now a village council, and we hope in future this will become a town. My son going for the first time to the village, he is very excited and has been singing all the way. As we head to a turn-off to Nakavolelo, where the Kabe South constituency office is. Here we start with gravel road. We have 21 kilometers from here to Nakavolelo on gravel road. I'm still quite impressed with how the XLT pulls the trailer. This is a double axle trailer, but it accelerates and it's quite stable on gravel road with the trailer. This is a permanent four-wheel drive. Cousin Numa just realized and makes a comment that this is a big car. And Big Show says this is an off-road car. It's a big car. It's good to hear them discussing about the car. The difference between off-road and four-wheel drive. Big Show reminds us to slow down as we are about to approach the turn-off to where we have to collect some other small poles. This area is called Izimwe. I've turned in this road a couple of times before, but I always miss this turn, and Numa reminds me if I still remember this turn. Definitely I don't remember. I would have gotten lost if I was alone here. Now we are driving in a meandering path around a bunch of trees. In this area, there's a lot of mopane trees and different kinds of trees. The kind of sand in here is a little bit loamy. It's quite slippery. Like here, it's a test to see if the Everest will manage to pull the trailer. It seems to be doing okay. There is some patches of water around here. It seems the rain reached this area last night, winding through these small routes. It's something that I enjoy, but one has to be careful because I'm pulling a double axle trailer. It's quite a long trailer. Going into the deep. Big Show is the navigator, giving us directions. These places are very tight, with a long trailer. It's quite an interesting move here. And here we are.
Okay, so what we need to load? This bunch, that bunch needs to go in there. I don't know how the XLT will do, because this is actually a 2-liter bi-table. The good thing is there's 500 Newton meter of torque, and it's a 4-wheel drive. I will see how this will perform in terms of where we are going. So we need to offload everything that is in here for now and load the small poles, the one that we just need.
These are moments that I enjoy when I'm at home. You know the times when you have brothers, cousins, nephews, uncles together. It's fun. It's fun time. And you know this time when you have someone who's been made fun of. Here, Numa is the victim. The man in the trailer in a white t-shirt.
Hey,
Everyone is giving him a tough time. I have Uncle Joseph who's not visible on my left, Big Show in blue, and my brother Rico in red, Justin in green on the other side. That's my uncle Justo. And cousin Malesu in a blue hat. A number of other cousins on the other side that you are not able to see. But everyone is giving Numa a tough time.
Yeah, just enjoying some meals. I think now we are quite loaded. Let's look at how. It looks like we are almost at the weight limit. The man himself, Numa, is holding his cigarette. The Big Show, making sure everything is tight and Sugar is here. He's done. He wants to go out. So we have the Amarok there. So it's not a problem. Getting ready. as the sun sets.
I need to make a scan around this area before I attempt to make any U-turn.
For me to properly reverse, I'll need to come this far and go in here. I've scanned this area. Does not have small, because you never know. In here there might be small stems that are just buried, that are very sharp, that can really puncture the tire. So one has to go all the way to the other side.
We continue back on the gravel road and Numa is curious and he has a question. He sees the flashing and the numbering of gears as the car changes. I'm just explaining to him that this is a 10 speed. It's a car with 10 gears.
Sometimes you can jam gear 8.
And it changes from 6 to 8 within this gravel road. The gravel road seems to be slightly wet. It's not as bad as we thought it would be. And it's good to have a conversation in the car. The XLT has 7 passengers at the moment. Conversations are quite memorable in here. As we head to Nakavolelwa, we find a car with a breakdown in the middle of the road. This is the time to check my trailer. It's heavy loaded, but the XLT seems to be doing well on gravel road. Slightly slippery here and there, but the 4-wheel drive stabilized the car. A couple of bumpy patches where one has to be very careful. This road can become bad when it rains heavily. It becomes usually slippery during rainy season. I should say we are lucky passing here today, with the road not as bad as it is during rain times. The trailer is stable. It gives me confidence that we will make it to where we are going. We are almost at Nakavolelwa. There's quite a number of people, movement here today. That's because there is a tournament that is taking place, a soccer tournament. As we turn off onto our small path, Nissan NP300 is also coming from this direction. Just thinking about it, we were supposed to ask the driver of the Nissan NP300 if the road is okay where we are heading. As the sun set, we are heading into the dark, into the unknown. We are not sure how bad the road is, but we can see a trace of rain, a few patches here and there. It's not bad. Uncle Joseph today is driving behind me. Usually he drives in the front. Today he's following, watching the trailer, making sure everything is in order behind. There are a number of roads or small routes where we are heading. So I'm quite sure here with Big Show and the crew that I have in my car, we won't get lost. Numa has a complaint to make. He's not pleased with how the elders are treating the young ones when it comes to ideas. Ideas that he regards should bring some new and fresh development in our conservance, Kavula. Maybe somehow he has a point. And it's good to listen to his ideas. And I'm yet to hear his ideas. Surprisingly enough, the route is still shown on the GPS. A man on a bike. And kids playing. A number of maize is promising to be eaten this December. This maize has grown, and Big Show compares it to what he left at home before he went to town. He thinks by the time we get there, we will be able to eat some fresh maize. I'm not sure about that. We will find out as we head home. The Amaro, the wolf, right behind us. This is a very slow drive. We have to be very careful and look after the trailer, especially the trailer because it's heavily loaded.
Now we are on the small off-road. Path, how do you call it? Seems like it was raining, but not much of rain to give the Everest tough time. But we'll see where we are going. The sun is also clearing. Talking about the road.
I feel slightly exhausted. I've been driving for almost 48 hours now. The GPS seems to be working, showing us the right heading. It seems like the more we head east, the wet it becomes. Here we are not hoping for the west. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to the challenge. I want to see how the XLT will perform, especially now that we are pulling the trailer. The road is quite bumpy, I should say. The trailer is handling well. I want to know the other route that we used last time. And Big Show seems to want us to use the route passing the bridge, but we think passing the other way will be much better. The Amaro right behind us. These young men seems they are heading to Nakavolelwa where there's a tournament. It's comforting knowing that we have 2 cars and we have a bunch of people in all the cars going to the village. Everyone is excited. We have plenty of firewood. We have everyone excited. Plenty of everything that we need. We are prepared for the village. You hear Numa. Instead of saying postponed, he says postponed. That's why everyone is making fun of him. But he doesn't care. He's such a vibe. It gets more weight as we head east. You see, one thing that fascinates me when we come to these areas is that there are different kinds of routes that you might see here. And each route is for each season. There's a specific route that people use during rainy season. There are specific paths that people use during dry time. There are specific paths that people use during flood time. So these routes that you see, we know them very well, and we know which route to take during which time. As we pass a place called Heshua, we are pushing on. We want to get there on time. I'll show you what Heshua is on our way back. Today we are trying to catch up with time. Where we are going is very far. We come from further down east, right close to Botswana, right on the edge of the border to Botswana.
It was raining today. It's not as bad as I thought it was raining, but there's no water really that much. So the Everest here just does it with ease. You know, the trailer is heavy, but not that much to give this car tough time. Because this car is actually made to pull things like trailers. Everything, torque.
I genuinely think this car is made to tow heavy loads. Like this trailer, sometimes I forget that I'm pulling a trailer. I have to see it in the mirror. It just does it effortless. in these slippery areas.
No bump here for It was raining today. They were telling us it was raining. You can see that there was really some good showers.
We are really just hopeful that we won't get stuck. Getting stuck with a heavy loaded trailer is not fun. Here I'm not doing it on purpose. I genuinely missed the path on the left. But the XLT still does it with ease. We keep going and going. Man, my village is far. But we like it. As we approach the area called the Vilivins, one of the big or the first village in the Kavulavula Conservance. Here it's quite sandy. Even with this thick sand, the XLT still feels that it's not struggling at all. Someone seems to be parked in the road. We do not want to make detours with this long trailer. Luckily, it seems like he parked on the side of the road, giving us enough space to pass. Numa seems to be fascinated by the XLT and seems like he has some questions to ask. Here, this area also becomes quite sandy during dry time. We find a group of boys and girls that came from digging some of our natural food or wild food called injirikiwa. I'm curious to see how injirikiwa for this year looks like. It's unfortunate because it's very dry. This year was very dry. So injirikiwa seems to be very small and not tasty as good as they are, or as they should be. And the young man is negotiating, he's trying to make a sale. This feels good when I'm at home, interacting with brothers and sisters. Just want to make sure if the little other sister there has better injirikiwa. But everything seems to be the same. They are very thin and quite not as sweet as they should be. They are not watery. It's because it was very dry this year. The GPS seems still to be tracking our route. From here, Vilivins, we will be heading to Mbalasinte after Chiwonzo and Nanzala. It's getting dark and we don't want to get this area once it's dark. We are hoping in the next few years this road will be gravel road because the road was approved to become gravel road all the way to Kasika. There's still some traffic on this road. People move back and forth from all these villages. As we reach Mbalasinte, we pass by this time. We are just heading to Machava. Mbalasinte is the school where I started my grade 1. If you missed me talking about Mbalasinte, check the pop-up banner as we approach home. It's quite comforting and relaxing knowing that we are just a kilometer away from the village. Numwa and Big Show, they are at it again. Numwa can differentiate the GPRS and the GPS. It seems to be confusing them. My brother and I, we are here to rectify him and he's learning. We learn every day. Surprising enough, it's still actually not dark yet as we are approaching the village. Machava village, a village to actually visit. Entering Machava village. This is our village. going straight to my house. I have a house here, a place where I always come and relax during holiday time with my family. And that's where we are going to pull over and park with this trailer to make sure that we offload everything that is in the trailer. This is my lapa, the one you see right straight on our right side. We are lucky to have running water, solar powered running water. We are so glad and relieved to arrive without any dramas, because as I know, going to the village is always full of dramas. Today we did not have to push any car. The following day, the three of us, I, my brother Rikon and Uncle Big Show, we head to Katima to take back the trailer. Here we have a mission. We need to drop off the trailer, buy some fishing hooks and a few supplies and come back. Yesterday we passed around here while it was a little bit dark. We passed on the other side where the other car, the Nissan, is. This area is called the Shua. During flood time, it's very tricky here. There's a small bridge, and this stream comes all the way from Kasaya, all the way from Zambezi, connecting to Chove. In my previous video, traveling with Grandpa, my grandpa explained a little bit about this area. If you missed the video traveling with Grandpa at the village, click the pop-up banner in the top right corner and watch that video. The trailer feels much light today and the XLT is pulling it like there's nothing. One of the things I can't emphasize is how different this place looks like during flood times. That's between April, May, June and July. This area is covered with water. It looks like an ocean. Everywhere around here, water will be as deep as 2 meters, even deeper than that. Seasons are quite different here. This time is rain season, the beginning of the rainy season. We are fortunate that we have electricity that has gone all the way to different schools around this area. However, people are still looking forward to electricity being pulled in their houses. We have a bit of traffic here. There is another Nissan hardbody. Nissan hardbody seems to be trusted around here. And there's another car on the other side. These fields seems that there will be some harvest before the flood times. These open grassland areas. We always pass here where there's a field. I'm not sure if this is a field. If anyone in the comment or watching this video is from this area, can anyone tell me if this area which is fenced, if it's a field or if it's for cattle? But it looks like this was supposed to be a garden. We always pass here. There's another road on the other side, on the left side. That road is used during dry time of the year. Now we are using a different route. This area is very bumpy and I'm quite impressed with the suspension of this SUV. It's not as hard as the Toyota Fortuner. Of course, it's not as comfortable and soft as the Toyota Prado, which has air suspension. But it's right there in between. It's quite comfortable. This area is very bumpy, especially this area where we are. It's unfortunate that you cannot see it from a close range, but it's quite shaky, and this car is doing well. It is comfortable. It's an off-road car. A number of streams, these streams that connects valleys to the Chove River. There's a little bit of water. These are the streams that cuts through during flood time. The only way to cross these streams is building small bridges like the one that you see. It becomes challenging when it's really heavy rains in these areas. That's why everyone here is looking forward to the gravel road that is approved to be built. In future, the near future, we hope that it will just take a few minutes from here going to the village. I'm not an engineer, but I believe that the road that is coming here, the engineers have really studied these valleys and streams. The road will require a number of bridges. It's always good to see how green it's becoming. It's not as green as it usually is during this time of the year. We've received some rain, but not enough rain to make this area look much greener. It's just the beginning. I should say I enjoy driving in these roads. If you have watched this video to this far, it means you are a true YC fan, and I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this video, because more content of a village trip series is coming up. 70% of my viewers are not subscribed. I would like you to share these videos with friends and families. That way, the algorithm will refer these videos to others. That way, the channel will grow. That way, I'll be motivated to make more videos for you. Oh yeah, one thing is that the XLT, when it comes to sand, I do not think and believe that this car can be stuck in sand. Maybe desert sand, but this sand, small sand that I see around here in our area, the XLT does it with ease. As we pass through a herd of cows, it's always good to see cows and the smell of cows. It reminds you that you are at home. You are at the village. This is what we come here for. This is what excites us to come to the village. I will see you in my next video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment and share. As I have indicated, see you. Goodbye.